Well, welcome back. Joining us in the studio this week, we're delighted to have Ms. Linnell Bowen, president from Maryland Hall, joining us. Hello, Ms. Bowen. How are you doing today?
I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. And oh my goodness, 20 years. You're retiring after 20 years.
Actually, June 1st, it will be 21.
21. So legal age.
Long time, yes,
Yeah.
I would say.
So how did you first get involved with Maryland Hall? Tell us the story.
Well, I went to Annapolis High School, AKA Maryland Hall. So I graduated a long time ago. And then I taught there during the 60s. And I just loved the building that it still teaches.
And what did you teach?
U.S. history.
Okay.
Of course. And then they converted it to Maryland Hall in 1979 and moved the new Annapolis High School on Riva Road. I sort of watched it, but I was never involved or volunteered or anything. And then when the job came open, I thought, oh, that'd be fun. Maybe I can do that. And I really do love the educational part, the arts part, and all that it entails. I was president of the Cultural Arts Foundation, and I realized all arts groups struggle. They just struggle with marketing, money, ticket sales, and I just learned so much, I decided I could help. So I got a passion for the arts, and so I've been there. I was only going to be there 5 years, and here I am, 21
years. And I think this is wonderful because there's, of course, been a lot of struggle lately with keeping arts education in our schools, and you have Maryland Hall, which provides all these wonderful programs. Taking a look back, what would you say are some of your favorite accomplishments or moments at Maryland Hall?
Well, first of all, that we educate all ages. It's from 3 to 93, wow. And I fit in there somewhere. I say the only thing older than I am is the building.
Oh,
built in 1932. But isn't it wonderful that we could recycle this old high school? And this was done by the Board of Education, and they support us. And so it's a wonderful marriage, first of all, with the kids, but the students of all ages. And it's a fun thing to be involved in. It keeps me young.
Oh.
Tell us some things that are coming up, some can't miss events at Maryland Hall.
Well, April 1st are the Temptations. Remember those?
I do, I do.
And they will be there. But in March for Maryland Day, there's an art fest. And that's always really big at Maryland Hall. And the whole weekend, it's Maryland Day, but we call it Art Fest. And then there's all kinds of remembering that there's symphony, ballet, opera, chorale, and the Chesapeake Youth Symphony Orchestra. They all are home at Maryland Hall. And that's how we have such a vibrant thing. So they all have performances. And then in May and June, we have more recitals than I care to talk about. But it's just wonderful of our classes and other people's classes. So it's very, very busy. In the summer, we have free concerts. We do it inside now because it has always rained. We just decided it was better. And it's starting with the Eastport Oyster Boys.
Them Eastport Oyster Boys.
That is, and I think it's June maybe 8th. And then Shenandoah Run, a great group. So there are many, many diverse, and it's always changing, and it's fun. And in between that, we have Ram's Head Books concerts. We have all kinds of stuff for all ages and whatever you like.
Something for everyone. And yeah, like you said, on that music level, you're saying local up to international acts that you can catch at Maryland Hall.
And the other good thing about our exhibitions, visual art, is it's local, regional, national. Yumi Hogan is going to have a show in May. We have wonderful, fabulous artists, very professional, and we have 2 main galleries and a balcony gallery, and it's coveted because art shows, you know, they need the exposure. And so when we have an intermission at one of our performances, everybody goes and sees new art.
It's very smart.
And that keeps you young too.
It does keep you young.
It's just different, but you have to remember the artists, they're always creative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can we talk about your capital campaign a little bit?
I sure would like to talk about my capital
fantastic.
campaign. That's totally absorbed me lately. It's an $18 million expansion and renovation. It's an updating of the building. We have raised $10 million so far, but it's a big deal in a 1932 building. But I'm proudest of the main theater, and we finished that 2 years ago. And it's now like a small concert hall, an opera house, European, and it can have an orchestra pit for the opera, which is coming up soon. And then it has an extension for the symphony, and it's just small and intimate, and the acoustics are fabulous. We have a shell, we call it, that covers the stage, and it's beautiful, but the sound goes out. And so this high school auditorium is now a visual, beautiful thing with parterres that makes it handicap accessible too. It was never before.
Oh, wonderful.
And so the sounds and the sight lines are beautiful. New seats, new sounds, new curtains. That was the first thing we did.
With the pit, will you have more opportunities for musical theater now too?
Yes. You know, we're only limited by what the creativity of the people
Right.
is. And this one wing we're starting, hopefully in May, the south wing is a production wing. It has a freight elevator and will go up just on stage. So we can take sound equipment
Great.
and all these new things right to the stage instead of bringing a grand piano up the front steps, which is
But that was
tricky.
fun.
Tricky. But I mean, imagine converting a 1932 high school and making it work for today's needs. I mean, sound equipment today is huge, and all the performers want that. So we can just convert it. So that's fun, and that's what we're doing. And then the next wing, with North Wing, was a new patron wing, a new entrance to Maryland Hall, with new restrooms, new box office, converting the old gym, and it is an old gym, into a community theater.
Oh, wonderful.
That's
And it
fantastic.
could be black box, it could be recital, it could be movies. You know, the Annapolis Film Festival is coming up, and they use the whole building. So it meets the needs of a changing society, and change is inevitable, and you have to keep up with it.
That's very true. I think it'll be exciting to see what the film festival does with the space now too, with the renovations. So if folks want to stay up to date and keep current with what's going on as far as your season or your renovations, what's the best way to get in touch or connect?
Well, we have a wonderful website, www.marylandhall.org.
Easy enough?
And so easy. And you can look up anything you want. What's going to happen? How can you join? How can you contribute money? Because that's always what I'm asking about. Who are the teachers? Each class. We have over 700 classes in a year, over 4,000 registrants
Oh,
in
my.
a year. Now think about that. We have 60 performances at least, 19 exhibitions. So all those things are online. So anything you're interested in, you can just look up.
That's amazing.
It is. The classes are incredible. When my guys were little, we used to take the pottery classes.
You went?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, they're
And
fantastic.
it's still very, very viable. And you don't have to have any skill, or you can be a professional.
I love it. I love it.
So we say art for all, but lifelong participation. And I think that's, as an educator, I think that's very important. Lifelong participation. We have some of the happiest seniors in Annapolis taking
3
classes.
to 93.
Right.
That's right. Now that you're going to be retiring, will we still see you out and about at Maryland Hall? I'm sure.
Somehow I think so. It'd be hard to
Yeah.
divorce myself from that. And besides, I've loved all the performances. I've loved my years there, teaching and then at Maryland Hall. But it keeps you young. The little kids in their tutus, and it's just fun, you know.
Big
And
kids in their tutus.
Yes.
seeing new artwork and thinking of new things. So it really is. I hope all the seniors come too.
They will. And we really appreciate all you've done for the community, all you've done for arts education and with the building and the maintenance and all the renovations. So thank you
Yes,
for all
thank
your
you.
service to Anne Arundel County and Annapolis. And come back on the show. Let us know any other exciting info. Even though you'll be retired, I'm sure you'll have some good stuff for us. So
I will.
Yes.
I will.
Get out, go to Maryland Hall, support some programs, take some classes, make sure that you are following along on marylandhall.org, right? .org.
.org.
.org. We'll be right back with more Week in Review right after this. Don't go anywhere.